Hey guys, welcome to another monthly reset video on budget with a July dreamer. Today's video is my October 2025 monthly reset video where I will be covering my goals, the books, and the budget. Every single month I share with you guys my plans that I have in all aspects of my life, and then I also talk about the books that I have been reading as well as the budget. Even though I have changed up how I do the budgeting, I like to include budgeting in this video. I honestly cannot believe that today is the last day of September and we're starting Q4 already. As you can see behind me, I've got all of my notebooks from the last 5 years because we are really going all out with planning the last 3 months of the year, especially because this is my year 5 of 5-year plan where I finish out my financial 5-year journey, which I'm very happy and excited to have started, and I'm so proud of myself for all of the things that I have achieved. So as is always the case with these videos, I do have the tools with me. So I do have my notebooks, I have my phone, and then I also have my laptop, because for the laptop we'll be using it for the budget, for the phone we'll be using it for the books that I'm reading, and then for the notebooks we'll be using it for the plans that I have set out for the month of October. So without further ado, let us begin. Okay, so goals, books, and budget. I actually want to start first off with the books, purely because last month I said I wanted to read about 4 books. I still haven't read 4 books, but I am in the process of finishing the second book. I finally finished Funny Story, and it was so good. It was a little bit of a slower burn, but I like to fast forward through things. Something I'm working on in therapy, and because of that I found it a little bit slow, but otherwise it's a really nice book, well written and all of that. So I am actually happy with it, and I'm glad that I was able to read the book. It has taken me practically 2 months to read this book. I don't even know why, but I felt like I fell into a slump and started struggling with reading the books, and then I decided over the weekend to just be like, you know what, I'm going to finish this book. I was about 60% into the book when I made the decision that I'll just sit here however long it takes me to finish. I started off with going outside in the sun. Obviously, we are entering into fall, autumn period, so the sun is a rarity on most days, but today it's bright and sunny and I love it. For me, the melanin is melanin as it normally does. So I sat outside, I read, I think for like an hour outside before I got too hot, and I came indoors. I read it. When I finished, I took a long nap, and then later on I started another book which I intend to finish today. And this new book is what is it called? I think it says I hope this email finds you well. It's an audiobook. I hope this finds you well. Yeah, that's the name of the book, by Natalie Sue, and I absolutely love it. I'm listening to it on Audible, so it's been actually quite good to listen to it as I work, because so many projects with my work are coming due. We're reaching a lot of deadlines, so I'm very happy about that. So I need something to keep my mind ticking over. So I'll just quickly go through to the books that I've read in, I will say, September. I have read Funny Story by Emily Henry. I read that on my Kindle, and then I'm in the process of finishing out I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue on Audible. I have on the go at the moment, I have The Teacher by Frida McFadden on my Kindle. I have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden on Spotify, and then I do have a hard copy of Too Late by Colin Hoover. This book has been around, I think, since spring, and I just haven't had the urge to pick it up. So I'm trying to read that, but once I finish I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue, this will be my 20th book that I've read so far in 2025, and my goal is to read 25 books. So Q4 of 2025 will be to read the remainder 5 books. But I'm loving it. I honestly enjoyed reading Funny Story. It was really good, and I'm even enjoying listening to I Hope This Finds You Well. It is so much fun, and it's just describe corporate life to a T, but it covers more aspects than that, but it just really has described corporate life to a T for me at least. So that is the books. I now want to actually go and look at the goals that I have. I will confess that for October, I have actually been struggling with exactly what goals I want to set. Often by this time, I'm looking at what goals I want to accomplish in the new year, but because I'm not really focusing on that at the moment, it's throwing me a little bit, if I can say that. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm almost feeling this fatigue. I've talked about the fact that I am potentially not going to be having any financial goals next year because this fatigue of always constantly chasing the next goal has left me a little bit tired, and I just want to step back from that. This is not to say that I won't have any goals whatsoever. This is just to say that it will not be a big priority in my life. I'll still be accomplishing big and incredible goals in the background. They just won't be the center of attention in my life and have to talk about all the time. So with that being said, I did put together what I'm considering my top priorities. The first one is 1st October is my dad's birthday. So celebrate dad's birthday. I have to message my mom and find out exactly what dad wants. I've also put in to book and attend my Reformer Pilates. You guys know this is like a monthly thing that I always do with a friend of mine. The third one is to pay for my annual subscriptions. I think except for like 3 or 4 months out of the year, every single month I have an annual subscription that's due, and I'm actually planning later today to sit down and start canceling some of these subscriptions. I know for a fact Disney Plus is going because honestly I'm paying for something that I don't even use. I have practically all of the subscriptions. So I feel like I'm gonna take out Disney and see for the next 3 months if I miss it. If I do miss it, then January I'll resubscribe. But for now, honestly, I'm getting rid of it. I have Netflix, which I don't really use, but ever since they changed this household blah 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 situation, I don't actually use it that often. But what I'm thinking about is seeing if I can go to the lowest one, because right now I'm paying $12.99 after paying $10.99 for a while, but now I'm paying $12.99. And I saw there was an ad on TV that said there's a subscription for like $5.99. I think that is the one with ads. And I always complain to my friends that I miss the days where we actually had ads on TV. It was like a reprieve to go to the toilet, to get snacks, to do something. Because I know for myself that I'm so impatient these days that if I'm on, I have like a couple of YouTube channels, well, YouTube accounts that I use to watch things, and only my main one that I'm sharing this video on do I have premium, YouTube Premium, so no ads with this one. Everything else has ads, and sometimes it pisses me off. Then I remember I did this on purpose. I'm not paying for premium for the other accounts purely because I want to have that experience of having ads. There are certain movies I don't want to have an ad in, but yeah, and with the, you know, with TikTok, the short time, and it's all of that. Okay, so I'm thinking, let me try. I mean, it's a bit weird to be watching a movie and then there's an ad, but that's how we grew up. So it wasn't weird then. It's weird now, but it wasn't weird then. I want to go back to that. So I'll probably downgrade this, but I've really been thinking about it over the last week and a half that there's so many subscriptions that I have that are really serving me. And if I'm honest, I spend a lot of my time watching Asian dramas than I do things on Netflix or Disney Plus. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I can't yet get rid of Amazon Prime because I pay for that annually. So we shall see. But I'm going to condense down my subscriptions and then just really only have those that I use. And I think I saw someone who talked about how every single month they decide which subscription they wanted to try and just have that and not have like all of these in the background. Just that for that month, if it's Netflix, it's just Netflix that they're paying for that month, and that's it. If it's Disney, that's, I think I'm gonna try that in the new year. For now, I'm just going to cancel out everything that I don't want and then see if I miss it. And then for everything else that I pay annually, I'll reassess when it's due next year, if I want to keep it or not. So anyway, that's a little tandem on subscriptions there. And then the final priority that I have is I am starting my Japanese in-person classes. So I think I mentioned in my September update that I was due to start my in-person Japanese classes in September, at the end of September, but unfortunately the college where I'm going, they emailed us to tell us that they don't have the teacher available anymore on that day. So they asked if we could start the week after, which means I'll start in October instead of September, which is fine. I am okay with that, but I'm very, very excited, you guys. Like, I can't wait to go back into a classroom, but learn something that I have absolutely been loving learning by myself. I have been on Duolingo. As of yesterday, it said 390 days. So over a year, I have been doing Japanese on Duolingo. I can understand a bit and communicate just a little bit. So now I want to learn and be able to speak it proficiently, but this is just a beginner's class. I plan to do the intermediate, and I also intend to do the advanced. So there's 3 parts that I've seen with this college, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, okay, so that was the goals that I have. Now it is the budget. Now, I have said before that I have changed up how I budget because I get paid in the middle of the month. I now make a budget that goes from the 15th of last month to the 14th of the new month, and I get paid on the 15th, and I start all over again. So I do that, but my trackers are still on a monthly calendar basis. So I still have it from the 1st of October to the last day of October, or the 1st of September to the 30th of September. So that's okay. But if we quickly go into my October budget, I am expecting to bring in over 5,500 in October, and I intend to spend that in the following manner. I'm expecting to send about 2,300 towards my bills. So that is my mortgage, my utilities, my life insurances, and yeah, the usual will be about 2,300. And then after that, I'm gonna send 650 towards my investments, 650 towards my debt. You guys know that I do have one personal loan that I'm trying to pay off as soon as possible, so 650 for that. And then when it comes to my savings, I'm hoping to send 300 pounds towards my savings. I have an automatic deposit into my savings account for my emergency fund of 125, so that just, I don't even have to think about that one. And then the rest of the funds, the sinking fund, the 1p Monzo challenge, and my 40th birthday fund, these I have to actively put in the amounts. So I've said how much I think based on my budget I'll be able to afford. That's what I've put there, so wish me luck. And then the most important part is the variable expenses. So here I'm expecting to spend just under 1,600, and majority of that 400 is to health and wellness. So this is therapy, this is my swimming, my reformer pilates, and all of that good jazz. And then groceries is 200. This is my standard amount. Subscriptions 250 because I do have one annual subscription due in October. Tithe and giving 100. Fuel 100. I don't know if I'll need this, but I might because I'm traveling quite a bit quite a bit, so we'll see how that one goes. Transportation doing 100 as well, but I don't think I'll need that much, but we'll leave it alone. Restaurants I've put 75. Self-care 150 because I don't think I'm gonna get my hair done next month. I think it's still pretty okay, right? I think it's still pretty good, so I think I'll leave it alone because I've been thinking of like taking out the hair and going back to doing braids. I love braids and I'm ready for the braids for the winter, but I'm also okay with the hair. I think it looks great. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't think I'll need that, but I will need to do my nails because they have outgrown already. We need to get these nails done, so I'm gonna have a manicure, a pedicure, and potentially a massage as well. Coffee and social 75, shopping 75, household 35. I don't think I'll need anything, but just in case. And then miscellaneous 20. So that is where all of my money is gonna go. I'm very excited for October because it's promising to be both busy and not so busy, because I have 2 weekends in October where I'm not doing anything, and that's absolutely incredible for me. I rarely have 2 weekends where I'm doing absolutely nothing, and October I'm getting that, and then 2 weekends where I'm completely busy, which I love for me as well. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, you guys, that is the video. I honestly thought it was going to be longer because majority of the time my recent videos are a little bit longer than usual, but this one is just over 15 minutes. So yeah, but that's okay. I guess I talked fast enough and I got out everything I wanted to share in today's video. But I'm very excited about Q4. I have big plans, also no plans at the same time. The big plans are the ones that I've been working on throughout the year, and I'm just now trying to push myself and see where I can get to. And I talked about this in a recent video that I am at the moment not really thinking about any goals that I want to accomplish next year, because financial goals, definitely don't want to think about them at all, but everything else I'm not really sure at the moment. So we just leave it alone for now until I feel the urge or the need to actually set up goals. So that is the video. I have been talking for a little bit, and I'm gonna give myself a little sweet treat. This is a maple treat from Canada. My friend went to Canada recently and came back with this treat, and I've been snacking on them for a little bit. So so sweet, so sweet. I need water. So sweet. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video real soon.